Hello everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Far From Home, a talk with a friend abroad. This afternoon we have Marjorie. She is Brazilian but living in Germany. So welcome to
Thank
our
you.
platform.
Hello, Anna. I'm so glad to see you healthy, and it's a pleasure to be here to talk with you and to support your new project, Far From Home, and share with your community my experience being in Germany almost 20 years. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you for joining us. So yeah, you have a long experience of living abroad, living in Germany. But like the first question is to understand how you ended up there and what you have done in this like almost 20 years there, and what you have learned in this experience abroad.
Yes, this is a very important question. Actually, everything started in the 90s as I went to the USA. It's a very long story, also because in Germany I live already since 2 decades. Maybe it's a good idea to write a book about it, maybe. But
You can consider it.
to resume this answer, there's something that definitely says a lot about me. A Brazilian sailor, Amir Klink, wrote once the book Endless Sea. And he says that a man needs to travel. A very beautiful reflection you can find by Google in English available, this text. If you want to know, I can also read
Yes, please.
Beautiful one.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and sometimes also we have to travel and to go far to understand who we are and where are we from. So we value more where are we from if we understand. Sometimes we understand better when we are far from home.
Yeah, he says a man needs to travel on his own, not through stories, images, books, or TV.
Yes.
A man needs to travel by himself with his own eyes and feet to understand what belongs to him, to someday plant his own trees and give them value, and experience the cold to enjoy the heat, and the opposite, experience the distance and the lack of shelter to be able to feel good under your arms. And needs to travel to places he has never been to be able to bend this arrogance, which make us see the world the way we wonder, and not simply the way it is or could be. That make us teachers and doctors of what we have never seen, when we should be just learners and simply go see it. It's a very beautiful reflection. This is also what I believe. That's why I love to travel, and to be abroad is for me an adventure.
Yes, and you have been in many places also because of your work. And
yes, this is true. I do this with a passion. If you can join your work with a hobby, this is an incredible life experience. I'm very happy about it. Yeah.
Yes. And so then, so you had this long experience in Germany, and then this year, actually we met at the beginning of this year, everything was super fine. We were in Malta, we walked around Valletta, everything was beautiful. And then a few weeks later, actually this COVID-19 like hit China and then Europe. And now we know like there was like different like reactions in the different European countries, and also then all over the world, and how it is for you, like living in Germany, watching also what is happening in Brazil, your family in Germany, your family abroad. How is this for you?
Well, I'm very positive and an optimistic person. So Maida wrote a book. In English, the name would be The Secret of Healthy Aging. And this was the book that we wanted to launch in the book fair last month in March, but the book fair was cancelled because of this COVID-19. So we wrote this together. So I had some few contributions about how I live a healthy and happy life, being a resilient and thankful person, and how I organize priorities and things like this. And it helps a lot also in times like this now, if you look for what you have. So if you ask me, Marjorie, how are you doing in Germany? Very good, because I am here, but also because I'm a thankful person, because I look for what I have. So there are enough people in the world that don't have a home or a good home or family members or whatever, a job or a good job. So I'm fine. Mother Teresa wrote the Anyway poem. I don't know if you know. It's a beautiful one, and that's how I guide myself, because I believe the show must go on. So no matter what is happening, you have to focus. Mm-hmm. So to stay strong, mm-hmm. to face problems, to face this crisis, because if you look around, it could be worse.
Yes.
And I have family and friends in Brazil, and Brazil is a different country than Germany, especially politic and healthy system, economy and mentality. And so, in the last days, for example, we were watching the German movie Look Who's Back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you know this
Yes,
movie?
I know it. Yes.
It's about 5 years old.
Yes.
So we had time, and someone I know from a long time ago recommended me this film, and I like this kind of movies to reflect about reality. And I really hope that what's happening in Brazil now make people finally conscious about their politic power when they vote during the next election.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there will be like many changes. We don't know for the good or the bad, but for sure there would be changes. I just want to highlight 2 points that you make, because one is like still be grateful, and sometimes we forget, but actually, yeah, I'm also have a lot of friends in Italy, but not only, and they feel like they are in prison because they are at home, they cannot go home, they cannot go out. But you have a house, you have maybe also a big or medium-sized house. You have everything, all the comfort in your house. So, and you are actually forced to stay inside to be protected. So, if you think about this and you think about someone else that they don't have maybe the same like big or medium-sized apartment, or they, even if we think also about like Brazil, but not only Brazil, there are realities around the world where they are not so lucky. And so at the end, being grateful of what you have, and in this time, and you are also forced just to stay at home. So this is the sacrifice you are forced. And of course, there is all the mental well-being and having, I think what you mentioned, you wrote a book about having a healthy life. So you already knew something, and now you're kind of put all of this into practice. If you don't know how to do it, there are a lot of resources available. And this is also what we want to do with this talk. We want to help people to find the resources. Sometimes the resources can just be like normal and easy available. Sometimes they have to maybe look for other kind of resources, but yeah, the mental wellness, it is important, but at the same time, being grateful for what we have is also something we don't have to forget.
Yeah, it doesn't help if you are always searching the problem instead of the solution.
Exactly.
It doesn't help if you see the glass half empty, not half full.
Yes.
So I am this kind of person. I am not looking to what I don't have or to what I lost. I'm looking to what I have and what I can get. Or I think this is the way to be successful, to be happy, to stay healthy, to help others. So you have to help yourself first, but with this belief or this mentality. So it's very easy to sit at home and to complain that you cannot get out, that you can not do this and that, but other people may be sick, really sick, or don't have someone at home to talk.
Yes.
So there are a lot of examples. So I'm very thankful. I used to say I'm even thankful for the problems I have, because I know that there are worse, could be worse.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's so true. And what about the resources? So, and if you want also to describe your work together, what you already do with Multi,
Yes,
the healthy life, I think it is really important also, because people, they are eating so much in these days, because food is also good,
yes,
because it keep you, you take care of yourself through food, but you can give some advices also about this.
Yeah, we are having this quarantine here since, I would say, half March. We started in the in the middle of the month. I would say like this. So,
like in Malta, we also started the 13th of March.
Yeah, so I am at home since middle of March. It's now more than 4 weeks.
Yes.
And to be honest, I never left the house. I just saw for 2 or 3 times the guy who brought something from the post, and that's all.
I did the same.
Of course, but so from far, but that's all. And so we stay at home. What to do at home? The thing is that from 7 days in a week, I work 4 of them at home, because Marta and me, we work together. It's our side job. So we have an office at home where we work and do our things, prepare books, or the bureaucracy we have to do anyway. But yes, you said people are eating maybe too much, and watching is the good is that's the time to reflect about also how am I eating? It's this healthy? Is this too much? And in the beginning of this time here, the drugstores and the supermarkets, they are like empty. People were buying too much toilet paper or whatever. People were getting panic. And so a German magazine invited Malte to give a kind of video interview where he, as nutritional scientist, showed people what to buy and how much to buy, that they don't freak out in the supermarket. So, and then after that, he decided to write another book in a short time, because he is still working, but at home. So parallel to his job, he wrote a book, a not too long one, with the basic what people need to know informations that are very important to educate people how to make conscious consumption, yeah, and have what is necessary. The book name is in English would be Food in Case of Emergency.
Wow.
And I collaborated. My contribution was with the illustration. I show you.
Yes.
So I
be translated.
I helped with the idea about the cover, with these beautiful glasses, with the food, because when you think in emergency, you need food that lasts long.
Yeah.
So people buy things in how to say in English,
or yes.
Yes, of course. And that was the idea, colorful,
yes,
and cans.
Yeah.
And so we had to think quickly how we can expect people to know, hey, here is a good information.
Exactly. Yes.
And you know what else? People are at home and they have now time to read these kind of books to inform themselves about how to behave in such a situation. And they also can support business like a bookstore if they order online. So because they are not making money selling in the store, but online maybe it helps. It's maybe not the better way.
I think it's a great idea because you are as the expert, and this is something like really true, really concrete, really practical, and it's a time that you can use to like take care of yourself and also read about how to like healthy or eat healthy and take care of yourself without freaking out and buy everything that can last.
No, it is not also. It's not only about being at home and watching a movie like this one, Look Who's Back, or reading a book like this one, In Case of Emergency, Food in Case of Emergency. It's also about relaxing. So because this is important for the mental health.
Yes.
So I was in the last days listening to Brazilian music. You like Brazilian stuff? Do you know this Brazilian singer Lenini?
Oh yes,
you know.
I know.
He has very, very good songs, and he wrote. This is at least 20 years old song from Lenini, and it's called Paciência. So patience. And the lyrics you will also find by Google available in English. If you want to understand the meaning, if you can write Paciência Lenini, and then you will find in English. But then in the YouTube, you will find also a beautiful version from this music. If you put Paciência Lenini legendado, this is subtitled. Because the lyric, this song is a call to reflect about our stressful life. And as I was listening to this music, it's very relaxing, and the lyric let us reflect that we have to calm down. Don't be panic. This is not the solutions, just the second problem. Because you have to keep control. I already had so many situations living here in Germany without family, without friends, sometimes without a job, without anything, and you have to keep control.
Yes,
you have to to be focused.
Yeah, that's true. It's also a time when, you see now people, they want to get back to work, but at the same time, is a time for like reflection, self-reflection, and calm that we will never have back. So it's also a time where we can really like try or enjoy or experiment something for like relax, or to like discover something about ourselves, but without like being always busy doing something at work. And I think I also have to tell to myself, because I'm busy, I keep myself busy, and sometimes it's good so you don't think too much about like the situation, but I also want to enjoy like watching a movie, doing my yoga, listen my music.
It is important to do some things during this time, to take care of yourself, to get informed, to learn something, to help others as you can.
Yes.
Because we all cannot leave the house to help everybody. This would be no help.
Mm-hmm.
But this is possible. It is possible to do something from far. We have nowadays technology enough for that, because as I came to Germany about 20 years ago, it was not the smartphone time, it was not the social media account time. So you have to imagine, if I had kind of homesick, and would like to call my parents, my family, friends, it would be not really possible, because at that time it was not also flat rate.
Was not probably a phone call every day, but it
was another time. Now we have WhatsApp, we have Instagram, we have everything. You can inform, you can share, but you have to know how to use this. I think it's also not so healthy if you do whatever too much. So of course, I had contact with family and friends in the first 2 weeks, let me say like this. But as long as you know, or as soon as you know it's everything okay, then it's okay. Then it's time to let things happen. And trust that it will be what it will be. This is the point.
Yes, that's so true. But now that we are almost at the end of our conversation, if you want to send a message to like Brazil or your friends and family in Portuguese, this is the time.
I want to say in English and then in Portuguese, because I want that you also understand, you will like. So I found something beautiful that it's also what I believe. So in English first. So a virus is contagious, as well as panic, fear, sadness, peace, love, enthusiasm, kindness, joy. Let us choose things wisely. So now in Portuguese, for my friends and family and all Brazilians watching us here, os vírus são contagiosos, assim como o pânico, o medo, a histeria, a tristeza, a paz, o amor, o entusiasmo, a bondade e a alegria. Escolha sabiamente.
Super, muito obrigada. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye bye.